adrenaline. Feel like I'm ready for anything. All my insecurities fade into oblivion. I feel adrenaline. Feel like I'm ready for anything. All my insecurities fade into oblivion now. No, you're not ready for this. History in the making. You know what's coming. Now we feel like a max. We getting it in. You should have been ready and wait. I knew she was coming. Here comes a bitch, she taking it back. All up on her knees, all up on the way. She begging for mercy, throwing it back. She putting in work, she waiting for war. She hitting the ground running. She coming, hurricane.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Yeah, thanks for tuning in. The video came out today. It's looking good. Debuted our boys from Slipknot, Let It Fly on the Knotfest, the Slipknot website. We're stoked about that. Califas came out today, number 16 on the rock charts, or 13, or I don't have the numbers in front of me, but did pretty nice. Top 100 on the out of everything in the world released. So yeah, we're stoked about that. I hope everybody's doing good today. Yeah. Edgardo Rivera's checking in. Ken Conley, David Bennett. What's up? Love the album. Thanks, David. Jeff Norton's watching. Yeah, stoked. This is an independent filmmaker that chose this Hurricane track as a soundtrack for his film. This shit is the bomb. Check it out. Violence. Love it. Peep out the track. Whoa. That dude in the uniform must be authority, right? I want to see the movie, right? Yeah, that looks good. So go on YouTube, check that out. Hurricane. Or go on the knotfest.com. They debuted it today. Kevin Mack likes the song. Thank you, Kevin. Orlando Martinez is watching. What's up, Ivan? How you doing, brother? Andrew Martin from Australia is checking in. That's good. Califas, though. Yeah, Califas came out today. Fucking stoked on that. Solid fucking work. Thank you, Aaron DeHart. Appreciate it. Here's a track I love, dude.
Hey, brother, where you going?
Justin Gates needs a shirt. Get on that SRH.com if you want to get the what's up, Sean Leon? If you want to get the hoodie or the black tee, they're all dope. Got this limited edition artwork on there. Jason Carrasquillo's checking in. Andrew Martin, Jathan Sutherfield. A lot of people checking in with me tonight, man. I'll tell you what, last Friday I couldn't think straight because found a fucking leak in the kitchen from the cord that goes to the ice maker was leaking underneath the subfloor. And anyway, so we've had like fans and dryers. They tore up my floor in the kitchen. And I found this out last Friday. So when I did the stream last Friday, I couldn't think straight. I could think a little bit more straight now, though. Things are going good. What's up, Ivan Pasfeld, Matthew Pulaski, Chops Chips, Ian Bailey. It's a good time, yeah? So I hope everybody else is doing good. How was your week? Can't stop listening. Thanks, Dan Cardwell. Can you imagine? I recorded like 35 songs with artists all over the world and had to choose 22, which was not fucking easy. It was almost like picking them out of a hat sometimes, but man, people are liking the shit though. Thank you for all the great music during the pandemic. You are the hardest working musician right now. All great stuff. Thank you, Jim Rife. Appreciate that. What did we put out? We put out Class of 2020. We put out Sandmine. We put out Califas Worldwide. This is all during the pandemic, right? Couldn't have done it without Donald Trump and G.I. Joe Biden and Kevin Zinger and Ivory and everybody at Regime and Suburban Noise Records, you know, just supporting Head PE to the fullest, you know. Hard to do this shit without the proper support, you know what I'm saying? But we'll do our best. I'm at a good family at Subnoise, man. Let me check in with some of these texts, though. Brandon Bailey. Brandon, are you on the record? Is that the Brandon who did Light Beings? Is that you, Brandon Bailey? Let's pray. Even if it isn't, let's just play one of those songs. I love that shit. Portals right here. Kind of surfy. Yeah. Between my eyes, you will find my soul deep inside, and I will not hide. I deny all your fucking lies. You guys remember that drummer that was in the band for a little bit, Tiny Bubbles? He played with TSOL, amazing punk rock drummer. He taught us the true punk on the blast beat. Alternating the hi-hat with the snare, like instead of every time. That's the shit, though, isn't it? Is this you, Brandon Bailey, or not? Laura Gillespie loves the record. Chris Paredes is watching. Kevin Rogers, thank you. Whoa, that was distorted. Kevin Rogers likes it. Kevin Mack, I still have the old school Head PE blue belt. You mean the kind that hangs, right? The old gangster shit? Oh, what does this say? Oh, it says, hey, Jackson was one off on. Was I off on? Kevin Rogers. Hey, Jackson. Hey, Kevin, can you clarify what you're saying right there, Kevin? About Jackson? Jackson was great, but he quit, right? I always say that, you know, I get blamed because I'm still in the band for guys that quit the band. I just got to keep pushing and making music, you know. People quit for different reasons. And some of them, you know, not that interesting, that they're just over the whole touring thing and maybe not enough money in it for them. You know, it's not that exciting, is it? And you know what? A lot of guys who want to tour and do rock shit in their 20s don't want to do that shit in their 30s. You know, I'm always telling my son, the shit you want to do in your teens is different from what you're going to want in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s. Life is different as you progress. What you want, well, there's some things that stay the same. Cheers. You know what I'm saying? What's up, baby? Some things never change, and that's why I'm with my wife 20 years later, because, whoo. You know what's funny is she looks like the same as when I met her. And, you know, I look quite different. But, yeah, so what's up? Chris Burrows in the house, Kevin Rogers, Jimmy Dergs. Yep, kept this whole thing alive forever. Thank you, bro. You know, I'm trying my hardest, and I'm really, as I keep saying, excited for the next full-length Head PE record, working on it with my writing partner, Remy, who lives in Holland. Grew up on Head PE, so he grew up listening to Wes and Chad, so he's just got all the fly, dope inspirations. Laura Gillespie, truth, life marches on. Yes. Let's ride, motherfucker. We all gonna die. Whoa, that was probably distorted. That my voice went all up in the red. Okay, so I'm just stoked that nobody shut down the stream yet, because the record came out and I'm playing tracks from the record, and sometimes that Facebook will shut down the whole fucking stream. So let's see. Let's play some other shit. Oh yeah, I like this hip hop track. Let's peep this out.
6, 6, 6, 5.
Yeah, it's a long track, so let's go to my verse, right?
Yo,
Welcome aboard.
yo, up and away, here we go again. Let's set sail, just let me in. Let me go. Say all your prayers, amen, and say goodnight. We can be like God, let me in. Just take a bite. Let me like a daddy, nigga, how many thousand? Come on. I know daddy, nigga, you can't have it. Exclusive. Across the universe, just me and her. I'm so serious, I'm the gold star. I feel dangerous. Wanna take a ride with me across the sky, across the galaxy.
That was dope, right? Is that dope though, right there? Quick question. What's your question, Edgardo? Been a fan since the 90s. Thank you, Tim Fowler. Yeah, Joseph, what's up, man? From Cleveland. So many good shows in Cleveland. Remember, what was the place in Cleveland that we used to play? That's shut down now. Now it's a parking lot. Can't remember, but man, so many good shows there. What else? Who else got something good to say? Yeah, so let's keep it all about music right now. Yeah. Oh, so we are going on tour in March with Il Nino and Drowning Pool. Let the bodies hit the floor. That is amazing. This tour has been postponed because of the fucking COVID, and now it's on. Doesn't matter. Fuck Omicron. Fuck all that shit. It's all fizzling away. And I'm just stoked to be out there on the road. See who's ready to party still, because I know on some of the last tours, people aren't ready to go out yet. And you know what? For those who don't want to go out, can't blame you. But I'm ready to do this, man. Come on. Let's get back to work. Andrea Roman, what's up? Jen Martin, dope. Christopher Johnson is watching. Is my voice sound clear and stuff? The music's not overtaking it? Saw you in Melbourne. Fuck yeah. Where's that Lost Soul hype? Oh, let's play Lost Soul then. Oh, shit. Do I have it? Leave them all behind. Here, check this out.
I leave them all behind. The criminals will rob you blind. The vampires will suck you dry. You got to free your mind. Got to leave your words behind and let the smoke close your eyes. Got freedom rise. The devil's come in disguise. The revolution is night. The kingdom rise. Never let the Babylon system control.
I said, Jack Kingdom rise. Never let the Babylon system control your life. I don't know, but that is some funny shit. Like I told you last week, that I'm trying to do like Jamaican dancehall tones and rhythms, but I am a corny motherfucker, huh? It don't sound like that, but it's just funny. It's hip hop, Jamaican dancehall. It got heavy guitar in it. It has rappers in it. It's just all kinds of shit. That Dingbats show, oh my God, how hot was that show? That's the hottest show I've ever played. I sweat like a gallon there. That's where we filmed the Death Trip. What's up, Bill Walls? Good to hear from you, buddy. Dirty Jersey's in the house. What you want? Dusty Trevino's in the house. Yeah, Jason Sutherfield already said. Leo Mori, what's up, my dude? Leo's on the record. Let's play some of Leo's shit. Come on, man. Let's do this.
Time waits for no man. Never sleep to no phone. The bell tolls.
I think this is my dude from Argentina. You can hear the Latin influence, right?
So many regrets that I can't count. Unspeakable, so obscene. I'm hungry, I'm a devil dog off the leash. Rats out of every place, time to feast. Did I waste my soul?
I said, I'm hungry, I'm a demidog off the leash. It was a Stranger Things reference. I'm a demidog off the leash.
I heard her say, she said, come with me. I'll show you something you might never see. Never before, maybe never again. I'll be your lover.
I could be your best friend.
I heard her
I heard her say it. She said, come with me. This is a song about my girl.
That's what she said. That's what she said. I'm later. No fear, leap here when I came through. The border to the back door, just like you. One life, one love, what you gonna do? Lift up skirts, put in work on, make a rest, got too close to the sun. All caught up, my life on the run. I got caught up, I forgot who I was. You want insecure, nigga? My dog let me down. No, you never showed up all time. You were always so hard to find when I needed you. I never really got what I paid for. Life don't leave me now. My soul, my life, a crime. I kiss the smell of smoke.
My dude right here said, well, one dude said terrible album, then the next guy said this is so better than much better than Tom McDonald. Fuck Tom McDonald. I hate that guy. I'll box that guy. Yeah, Leo Mori, the guy who wrote that track with me, said it has some tango rhythms in it. Let's listen again. I love the flute that comes in. Check out the flute that comes in.
Show you the world and how to stop the time. Yeah, I can show you how to stop time. Yeah, I can show you how to stop time. Show you the world and how to stop time.
Right there, I'm going. I could show you how to stop time. That's me saying that's what my girl said to me. I could show you how to stop time. And what I mean by that is that my life was just flying by, just going nuts, just and then all of a sudden met my girl, then had a son, and then it kind of like made everything stop because I could just watch my son grow up, and it slowed life down in the best way possible. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, where life's flying by because you're just doing way too much. You know what I mean? Head PE was built on the fact that we used to just be at the club 6-7 nights a fucking week, me and the homies playing that game and just doing too much, you know? And I did that shit probably from fucking 20 all the way till, embarrassed to even say. But I'll tell you what, props to my girl for having so much patience and invested in me, because it's all been worth it. I mean, I can't speak for her, but she stuck around, so she didn't need to, so I'm loving it. Thank you, sweetheart. But anyway, let's check out this song again. I forgot how good it was. Dude, 20 fucking tracks on there. Some of these songs I don't remember. Let's listen.
Never seems to know when the bell tolls. It tolls for me. Get on as useless. Still can't let go. This sense never stay with you. No, I can't let it go. We seem like yesterday. We were just a child. Laying a test on the street. Who can stop the time? So many regrets that I can't count. Unspeakable, so obscene. I'm hungry, I'm a demo dog off the leash. Rats out of every place time to feast. Did I waste my
Some tango rhythms. Check out this flute section that he built.
Who can stop the time? I heard her say, she said, come with me. I'll show you something you
That you never seen.
never before, maybe never again.
I'll be your lover, I could be your best friend.
I heard her say, she said, come with
Check this part out.
Listen, listen. That's what she said. That's what she said. I'm later. No fear, leap here when I came through. The border to the black hole, just like you. One life, one love, what you gonna do?
Oh, I got to tell you guys, I'm proud of that. You know, there's a lot of I am what they call a self-loathing artist. There's tons of my songs that are out there on records that when I hear, I absolutely cringe, because I'm like, what the fuck were you thinking, bro? When you wrote that line, when you sang it like that, that sounds corny, that sounds like shit. This song that you're hearing, this one, I don't think that when I hear it.
Never before, maybe never again.
Excuse me. So Colin Exodus McGregor says, such a nostalgic sound on this album, man. I love you took all the different styles you've hit over the years and put them all together on these tracks. Tempo changes are fire. Ian Anderson loves you for bringing the flutes in. Ian Anderson, is that Jethro Tull? We're dating ourselves with that shit, right? These youngsters don't know about Jethro Tull. Philip says this is a Jungle Book flute. That sounds good to me, Philip. Yeah, Katrina Coveney is watching. Vanessa Coriz is watching. She likes it. Mike Resendez, he says it's fire. Full Frontal Lobotomy's in the house. He did the song called Hate. Let's listen to that. This is coming from the UK. Got that 9 Inch Nails vibe.
If hate is a weapon, then nothing's changed. All your regrets will be in vain.
Cheers.
It's my pleasure to bring you pain. I taste the salt, cut you open again. And again and again. I will hurt you until you love me.
So thanks for kicking it on a Friday night, at least for a little bit, you guys. Oh my God, I've been doing this for 22 minutes. It feels like an hour and 22 minutes. Look at Tyson Fury. So when he was born premature, just like my daughter. And when kids are born premature, like my daughter was like, it didn't look right. She was just like a tiny little frog. But Tyson Fury's dad says he knew this kid's a fighter. He's going to be a heavyweight world champion. And he named him Tyson, named him after Mike Tyson. They used to just listen to funk when they were training because his dad was like, you need to fight with that funky soul. You know what I'm saying? And sure enough, look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's blacker than black. That's the problem. That's a problem. Look at Muhammad Ali. Jesus. All right, you guys. What else? Who wants to say something? Shauna. Thank you for great stuff. Yeah. John Stewart. Oh shit. Can't play that though. Oh, dude. They will shut the stream down. They can recognize that bartender video, and it's like Big Brother will shut the stream down because Sony Music owns bartenders. Can you imagine that there's only a few massive labels left compared to when Head PE got signed? Likewise, there's only a few rock stations sprinkled throughout the country where when we got signed, the rock stations, there was probably, don't quote me on this, over 300 and now there's 100. I'm just rounding some shit off. I'm saying it's just a shadow of its former self. You know, rock, it's still a fucking force to be reckoned with, but the reason I bring it up is like the label that we were signed to, Jive Records, no longer exists. It got swallowed up by Sony Electra, I believe is what it is. And man, like it's hard, in a way it's easier to get your music out because of the internet. But if you're trying to use like fucking the majors, then it's harder because there's less of them. But anyway, yeah. So what's up? Adrian Flores in the house. Fran Hansen's in the house. Taylor Goodman. I'm not going to be on for too long, you guys. I'm trying to watch that movie Kids with my son. Remember that movie from the 90s, Kids, with the skaters in it? That movie's the shit. It's so hard to find. You can't stream it, right? I had to buy it. It came finally in 2 months from like overseas or whatever. I remember I saw that movie in Costa Mesa at a movie house where we ended up playing later on in. But man, what a crazy ride I've been on, you guys. And I am so grateful to still be able to fucking make a living at this rock and roll shit, you guys. Now I got a new daughter who's 6 months. This is just crazy. I compare it to like when my son was 6 months, I was out of my mind. And now it's like I can really just appreciate everything that's happening to me. So yeah, let's see what else y'all got to say here. Any questions? Hit me up with some questions, would you please, before I get out of here. Remy, what's up? Kids was a good movie. Yeah, Remy. Lee Schaefer, hey, what's up, bro? Crazy I Like. Yeah. Lee Schaefer says that that this should be the single. Let's give it a crack right here. I fucking love this song ever since the first time I heard it.
Hey brother, where you going?
Leo wants to know when Califas Volume 2 is coming out. Oh, man. That was so much fucking work, I gotta tell you, to fucking get these tracks ready. 22 fucking tracks, to get them all, and then get everybody to sign the paperwork, and then to get all the publishing numbers from 22 different artists. What a freaking nightmare. I mean, thanks to Beth at SRH for helping me get all that shit together, and James, my publicist, or it never would have worked out, dude. It just, can you imagine? You know, I'm not built for that shit. Let's see, what else can I play for you guys? Like, for instance, I just got an email today where a dude was like, this goes good with the UFO footage.
Répandu sur le toit de la centrale de Tchernobyl irradiait jusqu'à 20 000 Röntgen-heures. Un morceau de graphite tenu entre les mains transmettait en 1 seconde et demie la dose accumulée pendant une vie entière en conditions de radioactivité naturelle. 1 million d'hommes, appelés liquidateurs, ont été lancés contre le réacteur pour le recouvrir avec un sac.
Oh no, why waste your time? You know, you've heard it all before. Let's go. I'm so bored, I've been waiting for someone just like you. Oh no, why waste your time? You know, you've heard it all before. Let's go. I'm so
Thanks,
bored,
Christopher.
I've been waiting for someone just like you.
Le 28 avril 1986 en France, au journal télévisé, on parle d'un accident dans une centrale nucléaire. Personne.
That is a good fucking track. Now, for instance, on that track, that's from France. And my dude hit me up today. He's like, uh-oh. He's like, that's not the right mix. So, but luckily, the people at the record label, they're able to switch out the digital platforms with his mix that sounds better and is properly mastered. This seems to be the demo. It still sounds okay. His sounds a lot better. But so whoever bought the physical mix, you've got this vintage mix that was never supposed to get out, if you know what I'm saying. Biohazardous Records in the house, yo. Fuck yeah, Biohazard, dude. Remember Biohazard? Oh man, my voice is all distorted. Matt Melton, another great album. Dude, I was actually like afraid to put out this record because it's just so eclectic. I don't use that word much. right? What a great word. It means different style, many different styles under one roof, yeah? Okay, so, wow, I'm really just a fan of this song here from Leo Mori. And I think he's from Argentina or Peru, somewhere in South America. Still underground as fuck. Okay, yeah, Leo Mori. Yeah. Okay, you guys, what else? Can I get some questions? You know what I really want to talk about? And to me, it's not political, but somehow it is. We've talked about the music, right? We've talked about Califas came out. It's doing well. Thank you, everyone, for supporting. Hurricane out on the Slipknot website, notbest.com. Go on there, give it a listen. Just fucking turn on your Spotify, hit repeat, listen to the shit nonstop. When are we touring Holland again? Probably this year. Like I say, I've got my fucking overseas agent is telling me we're coming over there before the end of the year, going to Australia before the end of the year. Trying to hit up every bar and pool hall before the end of the year, you know? So, you know, we're trying to get on tour with King Click. It's this close to being a reality. Great album. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. I'm stoked about it. Thanks to all the artists that got on there. Full Frontal, thank you. Thank you, bro. Yeah, South America. Hey, Leo, what country are you from? Jump on here and let us know. Here's what, you know what? Let's have a quick talk and get some conversation going about some shit other than music. And you know what? One thing I'm not into is hot button issues. But I caught wind of this thing, and let me just get this straight. It's called critical race theory. And I don't know if I'm getting this right or something, but it took me a while in my life, and I have an interesting relationship with race. You know, like in that movie, The Jerk, where the white guy Steve Martin says, "I grew up a poor black child," and then he finds out later that he's not really black, but he thinks he is. It was kind of the opposite for me. Because I grew up with all white kids, and then later to find out that I wasn't white. But I'm simplifying and trying to be funny. But what I'm saying is, I want to preface the conversation by letting you know my perspective and where it comes from, right? Because my parents are immigrants from Brazil, and when they moved to this country, they only moved to like all white neighborhoods and stuff. And I went to all white schools, whatever. So some of this stuff is cringe for me to even tell, but it's my history. So anyway, it took me a while in my life to just figure out on my own that, wow, like some of the centers of poor blacks and the ghettos and stuff are directly related to slave labor and racism. And then when the slaves were freed, there was still a system of oppression, which resulted in what even to this day, it would still affect people. To me, that's not political. It's like math, like science, like of course it is. And if you're one of these people who is like, well, how long does it take to get over slavery? That's not the question you need to ask, because you're probably not a sociologist or even studying that. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of a heavy topic. So let's turn on some music in the background, yeah? But this is just weird to me, because to me it's obvious that history affects the present. You know, in Kabbalah, which I study for a short while, they teach that we live and exist within the branches of life, but the roots and the seeds were planted way earlier of everything we're experiencing. Things aren't just happening willy-nilly to us as human beings and men, you know, a lot of the bad shit we experience is because of some shit we did a while before. Right? Then here's what I call it. As a society, we're waking up from the slumber of colonialism. Do you know what I mean? Head PE, which at first was called Head Planetary Evolution, I pulled that name from a book I was reading, and what the book was saying was that the planet has a consciousness, and we're evolving with the planet. As you can see, like, as we study history, you know, military conquest and used to just be the thing that you did. In the days of colonialism, like, you know, Spain, Portugal, Italy, France, the United Kingdom, they had the powers enough to kind of invade countries of what they called savages and natives who didn't have the tools of war to defend themselves and just take over these countries, right? But that was what they did back then. I'm not one of these people who's trying to judge George Washington or Thomas Jefferson for owning slaves when that's what motherfuckers did back then, you know. But when that's up to the Civil War. When it gets up to the Civil War, then it's like, you know what? After that, then I'm kind of like not judging, but then I'm like, I don't want to see a statue of the guy who fought to keep slavery around, you know. But Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, these are great men, you know, who built the country. So do you know what I mean? So, but the idea that slavery doesn't affect still some people in the African American community is fucking ridiculous. And now what is this like? But here's the thing: nobody alive today owns slaves, so nobody should feel guilty about it because nobody alive today owns slaves. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, but you can be complicit if you don't recognize that the past affects the present. It's really that simple. So this fucking critical race thing is that what it is? Is it just saying that, is critical race theory just saying the past affects the present and we don't like that? Because, you know, they don't really teach that in school. It was something that I liked on my own. It was like, oh, wow, that's so obvious to me. Anyway, I just wanted to get that out there because obviously the past affects the present. You know, they imported more slaves into Brazil than they did in America. But I believe the Brazilians, the Portuguese, had a different relationship with their slaves and the indigenous of Brazil. I believe the Portuguese had more of a custom of even intermarriage when it all started. And whereas the Puritans who did the slave trade in this country was different. What I'm getting at is that even though all the different countries imported African slaves, the relationship was much different. If you'll notice, Afro-Brazilian, which is my heritage, the African Brazilian population was allowed to keep much more of their African heritage and memories intact. You'll see that in Brazil. Many of the African culture, the music is still there, the food, where if you look in this country, much of it was just wiped the fuck out. Do you know what I'm saying? Just a point of reference. There's still many black people in Brazil that are oppressed and are directly in this situation because of being descendants of slaves. Not to say that there aren't people who aren't just stricken with poverty that has nothing to do with slavery. But that's a whole nother topic, isn't it? There's lots of poor people who are not relatives of slaves, right? But that's another topic. Anyway, glad I can get this off my chest. And now there's this thing that I saw as a headline somewhere about like, oh, we're taking away this book and we're not going to talk about this because it makes people uncomfortable. Have you heard of that one, right? People don't need to be so fucking uncomfortable. Because again, nobody today did the shit, right? But it's still important we learn about our past and not live under a fucking rock, right? What's up, my dude? Adam Berman, good to see you, brother. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they're like, we're not going to talk about this because it's making other students uncomfortable. Motherfucker, everybody's been uncomfortable their whole lives about this or that, right? I know, we know growing up, there's always something to pick on somebody about. Whether it's the form of your body or how tall you are or what country you're from or the tone of your skin, right? But anyway, come on, guys. That's not a political conversation. You know, I don't know how it turned into one, but it shouldn't be. It's just common sense. I don't like hot button issues, and I don't like groupthink. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm in this one political party, so I can't fucking use Amazon or drink Starbucks because of this or that. I could care less. When I'm, that's kind of a shallow thing to say, but when I'm like, you know, when I want to drink coffee or do something as a capitalist, I don't go to check the owner's political affiliation. Let's get back to some music, you guys. Thanks for listening. This is my track, though, for the night. You guys, I hope you have a great fucking weekend, you guys. This has been a fucking great stream. I love you guys, man. And I don't know about next Friday, though. I don't know about next Friday because I'm getting a vasectomy next Friday. That's serious. But you know, it's just walk in and walk out. So maybe I'll just sit here with some ice on my nutsack and just do the stream. But I got to get that vasectomy because my wife's just like, she doesn't want to be friends right now. Matthew Walsh says, I gave him my shirt at the gathering. Fuck yeah, dude. Love you, Laura Gillespie. Yeah, stay safe, homie. Fuck yeah, frontal. Love you guys. Yeah. I'm just reading these comments. Dan Carwell says it's a great album. Reagan Hayes, play a snippet of Illuminated. Which track is that? I don't remember that one. I don't see that title, homie. Now, you know what? I'd like to say this because it's interesting. Dave right here, Dave Biohazardous says same as Irish slavery, bro. Slavery is slavery. Not so sure about that. And here's the reason I'll say that. I've talked about this before. The reason that, you know, Portugal and Spain are all Catholic is because Rome invented Catholicism. And at one time, for hundreds of years, Rome owned Spain and Portugal. Right? So back in the day, Europeans would enslave each other. Right? Like he's saying, Irish slavery. The only thing about that is you could work and earn your freedom, and then you could go back in and integrate into the culture if you were an Irish slave. You see what I'm saying? Same thing about if you were a Spanish, because original Spaniards, of course, are pale faces. Or whatever type of slave you were, European slave, like in the movie Gladiator, right? You could earn your freedom and go back into society. The thing that's different, my friend, and why I would kind of disagree, slavery is slavery, because, you know, I've had like white boys on the tour bus be like, well, everybody was a slave at one time. And what he's trying to say there is, what's wrong with black people? Because everybody else got over it. What's wrong with these African Americans? What's taking them so long? That's what he's trying to say. Not this guy. Talk about the guy on my bus. Here's the difference: is that slavery there didn't come with the attached racism that comes with the African slave trade, right? And I'm not downplaying Irish slavery. I'm just merely stating the difference. And I'm getting these ideas from an article I read, which is definitely, I found, revealing. Because of when the dude on my bus said that to me, I was like, everyone's been slaves, huh? Like, do you, I don't know if Irish slavery affects Irish people today. You know what I mean? Where like you can draw a direct line from like African American slavery to like some hoods. For sure, you would be able to. It's hard enough to break out of poverty, even without racism. Right, so if you're like a more fair-skinned poor person, it's just as hard for you. Not just as hard. It's very hard to break out of the line of poverty. You guys, what a great conversation, man! Thanks for bringing that up about the Irish slavery, man. I've been wanting to talk about that for a while. You know, Dave says some people still look down on the Irish. You know what? Who could argue with that, you know? I mean, the only thing is that a lot of Irish guys can pass for like Brits, you know what I'm saying? If you're a nigga, you ain't gonna pass for nothing, you know? But anyway, I'm not disagreeing with you, Dave. I'm agreeing with you. You guys, Anthony, you're funny. You guys, thanks for tuning in tonight, and I'm already done. You know it's time to go. So what should I leave you with? Oh, yeah, I'm going to leave you with some Bad Brains, Fishbone, Head PE, Rotten Rollin'. What is it? Which one is it? What's the name of that song, you guys? Help me out here. PMA All Day. Fuck yeah. Let's go. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'm gonna leave you with this track, yeah? And then maybe next Friday, I hope, you know, I'll be a trooper and tune in after my vasectomy. I'll be in here. Yeah, Bad Brains, Fishbone, Head PE, Rotten Rollin'.
I come out a winner, 'cause I got the PMA. Oh, sometimes the darkness, it outweighs the light on the scales of justice in our present life. Positive mental attitude always outweighs the cloud of gloom. A positive solution can put a smile on your face again.
Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, the fire never stopped burning. The enemy won't see I fall, no, never, never. Still I rise like the morning sun. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow every day of my life. The PMA like the wind, like a flame, now pass through the dark night. Yeah, yeah.
I see the light, and don't be surprised that you will live forever with a positive mental attitude. One step in front of the other. Take your time and you will be just fine.